Hey, I'm the Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM20. It's Women's Tour. We're on episode 39. First year in Continental Pro, and we're coming up on our fourth objective of the season. And so far, so good. Despite the loss of our two top riders, we've succeeded thus far. Today's objective is a little tougher because we need to get a top 5 in a race that we're not terribly well suited to. The race condition is pretty awful. Hopefully, a lot of riders are going to have negatives. For us, not a problem. We actually ended up with really good race day condition. We do have a number of riders that are still on fitness peak right now, so that's a big factor in why the race day condition is so good. But all 6 riders on positive and our quickest all have +2 or above. It's the 2 domestiques that have just +1. So with 14K to go, it's only 6 riders, so we're going to go just a little further. We're going to line up our sprint train and get on with this program. White and Tioli are going to be the lead out riders with their +3s today, a 69.76 or a 71.71. I really like the acceleration that Tioli's got, so we're going to ride for Tioli today. And then we've got Del Sarto and Bravic, who are both looking very strong. And then we have Consani. Nice flat rating. And Garfield. Garfield to lead us out, but Garfield's back a little ways. So 99, Garfield. 99. Get through that pack quickly. Get through that pack quickly. Come on. Find a way through. Find a way through. Find a way through. Glad I didn't wait too long to set this up, but I thought about going a couple kilometers later, and we're already at that couple kilometers later, and we are not through the pack at this point in time. So Garfield has made her way through, which is good, but our teammates have not. We're going to help them out. Sonny closing that gap down, and there's Tioli. That's everybody. Okay, a couple riders trying to go clear, but that's not going to be a concern. At the moment, the peloton has split off, making life that much easier going forward. Down to 6K, so we really need to just step this up, but I'm trying. Sonny, unlike everybody else, is really having a hard time finding the space. Finally, we're out front, other than the single rider out here, and I plan to stay there. Speaking of staying there, everybody needs to consume those gels. And on to Consani with her 99. So Garfield really had to do the hard work today. 2.5K. This is already sprint territory, so Consani getting on with it. Bravic, who is a sprinter, is taking over at this point, and wow, that was a very long delay through that corner, and at this point with 1.1K, we could just sprint this out. Del Sarto actually could end up being the favorite on this unless Emma White. Oh, we're going to get a 1-2-3-4. No, 1-2-3 victory. 1-2-3. Emma White, Melina Del Sarto, Jade Tioli. 1-2-3. Bravic takes 5th. Nicely done. Nicely done. That had so much to do with the width of the road and that final corner where there was just no movement through there at all. And by the time we emerged, right, we were still so fresh, but we emerged. We were at the front. That was the key to that succeeding, because skinny roads, so hard to make movement. And once we got on with the sprint, there wasn't much change in positioning at all among anyone. It's the Tour de Gavaudan Occitanie. We need a stage win for this one. This is stage number 1 of 4. It's not a terribly long stage, but it's definitely not an easy one. We've got a breakaway of 11 riders that still have a 2.5-minute gap as we're about to enter the final 60 kilometers. It's punchy. We've got 4 similar climbs to the one we're on right now. This is going to put us on the halfway point of that, but overall well into the back third or so of the stage. So those last couple of climbs are going to be difficult. We'll see what we can do. Mama Lenti is here. Sobi is here. We've also got Schutz. So we've got an okay contingency of riders with some sort of contention ability. Sobi's looking pretty good. Sobi's on a +5, so that could and should help. We need to get water here, but I'm trying to wait for one of these three to recover a little bit. Marie has done so, so we'll get her on that task. I'm not sure I'm going to get much help from those three on the next climb. I have a feeling they're going to fade quite quickly, or maybe even before, because we're chasing down what's left of the breakaway, which is 9 riders. And that little bit of recovery is already done. They're back to a high heart rate. And that wasn't even a proper hill. Okay, Miyochi, we're going to use her gel right now. As she recovers a little bit, we've got a descent coming, but there's one more little hill right here. I'm not sure she's going to make it through that without help. There you go, gel kicks in. And she will make it just over the top to that next climb. Now, for that next climb, this is going to be about survival, hopefully, and then set us up for the final climb. Still haven't caught the breakaway, but it's actually still a little bit over a minute. But with 2 climbs, it's going to come back pretty quick. Passerini, Marie, we do need to watch out for them. Let's go ahead and just go 85. Already just 87 in the peloton.
It's in such
And here we go,
that
onto the
strongest
climb.
can create some gaps.
Okay, Passerini gel. Marie might make it through. We got 3K to go to the top of this thing.
The pack is putting the squeeze on the breakaway.
2.5. Still
The
have
pace
not
is
caught the
really
breakaway.
high, so for the moment, we shouldn't see
Down
too
to
many
7
attacks.
riders in that.
Those guys up front aren't going to be making too many friends today.
But when we go in earnest onto the final climb, I have a feeling they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Miucci out the back, down to 71. Passerini's going to get dropped here soon. Marie is not going to be of use. She's not going to recover on that descent.
Whoa, there's an attack from inside the
Not
breakaway
in
group.
any meaningful sort of way. We'll try to use her gel. She may still be around. Down to 4 in the breakaway and down to 36 seconds. And one of them split off the back. And we've got our 3 that are fairly fresh. They did take a little punishment on that climb, but they'll recover some. Sobi looks pretty good.
The riders are entering the last 10 kilometers of the stage.
Okay, Marie did get dropped. Long gone. There is no coming back from here. 62 in the peloton. Only 28 seconds to the front, so that'll be an easy catch. And we are hitting the happy zone here. Part of me wants to ride for Sobi, but Mamalenti is such a strong puncher. The resistance. I have to ride for Sobi. It's got to be. It's a no-doubter. Okay, we're not going to attack just yet. Just yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Okay, now we start moving. Now we start moving gently. Okay, Mamalenti. Find the wheel.
5 kilometers to the finish line.
And we're there. 4.7. Okay, gel for Mamalenti. Okay, start speeding it up.
This climb is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high.
3.5K.
The pack has just reeled in the escape group.
There's the breakaway done. Shots working pretty well inside 3K now. We can start to speed up a little bit. We are 4th wheel overall at the moment. Mamalenti and Sobi are that hair further back with a bike length each. 2K to go. Shots start turning it on a bit more. 1.8K. 1.5. Alessio getting let out. She's the one to watch out for. 1.1. Mamalenti is going to take over. Schutz is going to continue on at her pace. Mamalenti pushing it out 600 meters. And Sobi's going to try to sprint it out. I'm not sure we're going to be able to get the win, but we're going to get a podium anyway. 3-horse race.
Snatched victory
Alessio
in that
takes the win.
last
She was a
sprint
favorite.
finish. He can thank his teammates
She's a
who led
big-time
him on in
target.
perfect
I've been
condition.
wanting to sign
The race
Alessio.
has run,
Mama
but the
Lenti,
poor
Sobi
souls
do
bringing
go
up the rear continue
2-3,
to
so
cross
we at
the
least
line. It's a
have
bit of a knock
secured
for the
an overall
morale.
podium if we don't get a stage victory. That was about as close as you can get without getting it, but Alessio's just too dang strong. And our climbability, if Sobi had the climbing which she had today and the punchiness of Mama Lenti, then we would have had it. Schutz did well enough to pick up 5th as well, by the way. Alright, so we are on to stage number 3 of the 4-stage race. We're still looking for a stage win. I'm also thinking about just GC in general. I don't think we're likely to win today. We don't have the quality of climbing that we had last season. Sobi's our best. She is on a +4, and that's going to help, and that's going to give her a slender chance in this one. But you can see we, at least at the moment, are struggling pretty mightily here already as we approach the first of 2 big climbs to finish this stage up. Huge breakaway, had 18 riders, but one by one they keep falling off. They had a near 5-minute gap. It's down to just over a minute, so they'll be caught fairly soon. Alessio is again the favorite today. She's the best climber in this field, and I don't think we're going to have much support here in just a little bit, which is going to put us in harm's way. I have a feeling we're going to be well behind on this one, but we'll give it a shot. Already down to just 66 riders, or at least we had that for a moment. Passerini's out. Marie is out. Yuchi is on the verge of being out. She is out now. And we've got 3 riders left. Mama Lenti, yep, not good enough. If she can. You know what? That's not going to do any good. We're down to 25 riders. Schutz needs to work a little harder here. So he's doing okay. We are seeing an attack.
There's a few riders jockeying for position at the front.
Schutz is recovered. Mama Lenti's hanging on to the group for now. If she can get over the top, she will recover and be of use on the next climb. Four riders at the front, 21 in the peloton. Mama Lenti on the verge. There's definitely a group going out. Oh, she got caught in that group. Okay, well, that's it for Mama Lenti. Down to 10, chasing 7. And that's your leaders. Yeah, that's not a good thing, but there's still a good chance to bring that back together. So we'll go over the top and get a chance. Schutz, come on. It's back together, but Schutz needs to make it over the top here. Okay, she does. She does. 16 riders. Okay, we still have a chance here. So he's definitely going to recover and can hang in there. And this last climb's not quite as bad as the one we were just on, but the pace is going to obviously be worse with these 17. Mama Lenti is Group A1, so if those 7 make it back on, Mama Lenti's in it. But she's also not in terribly good shape. 25K to go. And it's back together. So, Mama Lenti. Okay, Mama Lenti's going to give us a little lead out on this final climb. Let's see. The sprint point is in 10K, so it's a 10K climb to the finish. As the sprint point is right at the base. Okay, Schutz is nearly recovered now. There are 30 riders for this final climb. Mama Lenti mostly recovered. Really not that bad.
Only 15 kilometers left.
And as a good puncher, she's going to give us a little bit of a chance for this final climb. We're going to have to handle this one differently. We are going for a stage win. So realistically, we have to put the pressure on. We have to try. Realistically, we're not going to win, but we're going to give it a shot. So Mama Lenti, who is a puncher by nature, which means we need to go over 90 and use that punch through the sprint point. And there you go, 10K climb as promised.
10 kilometers remaining.
Omalenti mostly used in the hill rating at the moment. Just hurting shots. And we're seeing our first attack. Omalenti is going to be out of red bar in a moment. We'll see what happens with the 99.
The attack. It could be decisive.
It's hanging in there. That's enough pace. She hasn't dropped anybody at this point. Shuts, gel's kicked in. Down to 7K to go. This is at least holding off other attacks, and you can see Tokoli's already done. The way Omalenti's bobbing, Tokoli's bobbing as well. 6K to go. Oops. 1 second. Never saw that was an issue. Now I know. Now it's taken care of. 5.5K to go.
The finish line is
Gel's already
close.
worn
The
out for
riders
shots,
just passed the 5
unfortunately.
kilometers road sign. Watch out.
4.8.
The team leader is falling behind.
Omalenti's done. So we
The
move
riders
on.
are in a portion above 10%.
Also punchy for Shuts and not necessarily a great climber, so we do want to keep up tempo. This should bring back that lead rider pretty quickly. And it's also splitting the group up here pretty quickly. And we'll be down to 3K to go here in just a moment. There's that 3K marker. Around this corner, when we've brought the rider back. And we're down to a group of 5. We split off the field. Alessio's still here. She is the threat. Sobi. Gel's got to be kicking in here in just a second. We want to take position behind Alessio. I swear this is a group of 2. It is a group of 2. Okay. For a moment, they were calling it a group of 16. We're going to try to ride the wheel and beat her to the line. Ride the wheel, beat her to the line. That's the idea. That's the idea. Inside the final kilometer. She's accelerating. She's accelerating. We're just going to have to try to hang on. We're just going to have to try to hang on. This is going to be another second place. Yeah. Yeah, you can celebrate early because you got this. She is just too damn strong. She's a 79 mountain.
Superb sprint victory. He was the strongest at the
But we
last.
do grab
Waiting
second
for the
place.
back markers, who appear to
Comfortably
be
second.
fairly
Thoma
numerous
takes
in this
third.
difficult race.
Here is Shuts heading for the line. Shuts is still probably going to have a pretty decent position overall. .16th. Comes Omalenti heading for the line. Just outside of the top 20. Stage 4 was a sprint stage, so there was no chance of getting anything on that one. So we hang on to second in the GC. This is our first failed objective, but it's only a partial fail. We grabbed a podium, not once but twice. Shuts manages to finish 14th overall. Omalenti 22nd. Alessio dominated this thing. Such a good rider. Really wish we could have gotten her signed there a couple seasons ago when we attempted. I think she's going to be up for a renewal this season. I think it was a 2-year contract, so we might be able to go and get her this time around, but we'll see about that. Despite our first failure, we also grabbed a super success and have succeeded on 4 of 5 with a couple of super successes. We also get a plus on that top 3 in the overall, so we get another noteworthy result. Registered riders is getting us nowhere because nobody's popular, but you can see Sobi's picking up some popularity because we had a very, very low evaluation on this one before. So that's helping. In fact, Garfield was the most popular rider, and for her is a partial evaluation as well. So the squad ones kind of make it up where the registered riders was the one that was carrying us last season, and the squad was only partial because we had nothing but US riders with no popularity. So we were, lagging behind there. Actually, I'd say we're in about the same place because we had a much more popular rider than what we have now. Well, anyway, we don't have the aid of the registered riders part. So we need to be successful in our races, and we've been. That's big. We have another half-star one coming up. That was only a half-star anyway, so it didn't hurt that bad. 2.5-star, big 3.5. So this is where things are going to start getting interesting. It's also some World Tour races. That Omloop one, I didn't realize that was a World Tour race. We just won a World Tour race with a 1-2-3 victory and Emma White taking the victory. What? Okay, I feel much better about what we just did in this episode, what we just accomplished. Okay, nice. I didn't know we had a World Tour race yet. That was the first of 3 that we've been invited to because of our sponsor. And they're our first World Tour races. So, yeah, okay, that was cool. Had not realized. Olympics on down are after the signing period, so we've only got 4 more to go. We've already done 5, so we are already over halfway through our objectives. And 3 of the 4 that remain are stage win type, which are pretty difficult to muster. Though we did that a couple times. White's won a stage. Tioli's won a stage. So we took first. Emma White took first. So those 4 all involved wins here. 2 second places and an overall second place. Not too shabby so far this season, especially. I know. I've said it before, but the 2 elements that are missing from the team this year, doing pretty well considering. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.